Hello everyone, and welcome. Today, we have a mystery to solve, the mystery of the lost diamond. A mystery is something that is difficult or impossible to understand or explain. Imagine a world of valuable jewels, secrets, and unexpected events. Valuable means worth a lot of money or considered to be of great importance. In our story, a famous and very valuable diamond has disappeared. We will follow the clues, meet interesting characters, and try to unravel this puzzling case together. Are you ready to become a detective and help us find the lost diamond? Let's begin our investigation. Investigation means a formal or systematic inquiry or examination. Our story begins in a grand and beautiful museum in the heart of a big city. The museum was famous for its collection of rare and precious stones. Precious means very valuable, much loved. The most prized possession of the museum was the Serpent's Eye, a huge and incredibly valuable diamond with a unique green color. One morning, the museum director, a worried man named Mr. Harrison, arrived to find chaos. The display case that held the Serpent's Eye was empty. The diamond was gone. It was a shocking discovery. Discovery means the process of finding something or learning about something that was previously unknown. Mr. Harrison immediately called the police. The police sent a detective named Inspector Davies to the museum. A detective is a person whose job is to investigate crimes and gather information. Inspector Davies was known for being clever and observant. He started his examination of the scene. Examination means a detailed inspection or investigation. The display case was locked, and there were no signs of forced entry. This made the mystery even more puzzling. Puzzling means difficult to understand, mysterious. How could such a valuable diamond disappear without anyone breaking in? Inspector Davies spoke to the museum staff. He interviewed the guards, the curators, and anyone who had been in the museum the night before. Interviewed means asked someone questions in a formal meeting, especially for the purpose of assessment or investigation. He wanted to find out if anyone had seen anything suspicious. Suspicious means causing a feeling that something is wrong or illegal. One of the night guards, a young man named Tom, seemed particularly nervous. Nervous means easily agitated or anxious. He said he had heard a strange noise late at night but hadn't seen anything. This small piece of information caught Inspector Davies' attention. Attention means the act of carefully watching or listening to someone or something. Inspector Davies then focused his attention on the security cameras. Focused means directed one's attention or efforts at something specific. He watched the recordings from the previous night very carefully. Suddenly, he saw a shadowy figure moving near the display case around midnight. The figure was wearing gloves and a mask, so their identity was unknown. Unknown means not known or familiar. The video was not very clear, but Inspector Davies noticed something important. The figure seemed to have a small bag with them. Could this bag have been used to carry the diamond? This was a new clue. Clue means a piece of evidence or information helping to solve a mystery or problem. Inspector Davies asked the museum staff if anyone was missing a small bag. A cleaner remembered seeing a small, dark bag in a storage room that wasn't there anymore. This seemed to confirm the detective's suspicion. Confirm means to establish or support the truth or correctness of something. Suspicion means a feeling or thought that something is possible, likely, or true. The detective then started to investigate who might have a reason to steal such a valuable diamond. Investigate means to carry out a systematic or formal inquiry to discover and examine the facts of an incident, allegation, etc., so as to establish the truth. He looked into the museum's records and found that a wealthy collector had recently expressed a strong interest in buying the Serpent's Eye. Interest means the feeling of wanting to know or learn about something or someone. This collector, Mr. Blackwood, had a reputation for being eccentric and sometimes dishonest. Eccentric means of a person or their behavior, unconventional and slightly strange. Inspector Davies decided to pay Mr. Blackwood a visit. Mr. Blackwood lived in a large and isolated mansion outside the city. When Inspector Davies arrived, Mr. Blackwood seemed surprised but tried to appear calm. Calm means not showing or feeling nervousness, anger, or other emotions. The detective asked him about the Serpent's Eye. Mr. Blackwood denied any involvement in its disappearance. However, Inspector Davies noticed a small, dark bag in the corner of the room that looked very similar to the one described by the museum cleaner. He also saw a book about famous jewel heists on a nearby table. This raised more questions in the detective's mind. Questions mean sentences worded or expressed so as to elicit information. Inspector Davies asked Mr. Blackwood if he would allow him to search the mansion. Allow means to permit something. Mr. Blackwood hesitated but eventually agreed. The detective and his team began to search the house carefully. Search means to try to find something by looking or otherwise seeking carefully and thoroughly. The search took several hours. They looked in every room, but they couldn't find the diamond. Inspector Davies was starting to feel frustrated. Frustrated means feeling or expressing distress and annoyance resulting from an inability to change or achieve something. Had he reached a dead end? Just when they were about to give up, one of the officers noticed something unusual in the garden. Unusual means not common, typical, or ordinary. There was a small patch of freshly dug soil near a large statue. Inspector Davies asked his team to examine the area closely. Examine means to inspect someone or something in detail. They started to dig carefully. After a few minutes, they found a small, metal box buried in the ground. Inside the box, wrapped in soft cloth, was the Serpent's Eye diamond. The mystery was finally solved. Solved means found an answer to, explanation for, or means of dealing with a problem or mystery. Mr. Blackwood was arrested and charged with theft. Arrested means taken into custody by law enforcement officers. He had planned the whole thing carefully, using his knowledge of the museum security to his advantage. The nervous night guard, Tom, had actually been helping Mr. Blackwood. He had made the strange noise as a distraction. The Serpent's Eye was returned to the museum, and Mr. Harrison was overjoyed. The people of the city were relieved that the valuable jewel had been found. Inspector Davies had successfully unraveled the mystery. Unraveled means solved, a mystery or difficulty. Let's review some of the important words we learned in our mystery. A mystery is something unknown. Something valuable is worth a lot. To unravel means to solve. An investigation is a formal inquiry. Something precious is very valuable. A discovery is finding something new. A detective investigates crimes. An examination is a detailed look. Something puzzling is hard to understand. If you are nervous, you are anxious. Pay attention, watch carefully. To be unknown means not known. A clue helps solve a mystery. To confirm means to prove true. Suspicion is a feeling something is wrong. To investigate is to inquire. Interest is wanting to know. Eccentric means strange. To be calm is to be without worry. To allow means to permit. To search is to look carefully. To be frustrated is to feel annoyed. Something unusual is not common. To examine is to inspect closely. To be solved means the mystery is answered. To be arrested means taken by the police. Have you ever tried to solve a mystery? What do you find most interesting about mysteries? Share your thoughts in the comments below. Thank you for joining us on this investigation of the lost diamond. If you enjoyed this video, please like it and subscribe for more stories and English language learning. What other kinds of mysteries would you like us to explore? Let us know in the comments. Keep learning, keep observing, and remember that even the most puzzling mysteries can be solved with careful attention to detail.